Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, that was solid.
Okay, that was just okay.
I'm not a professional at rating claps, but I would give that like a solid.
I give it a C minus.
I'll give it a C. I'll give it maybe a B. Maybe a B minus, and then I'd put like a little star and say, "Come back after class, so I can tell you how good that clap was."
So, what podcast is this then? Are we talking about claps? Like,
Talking about claps. No, our days of talking about claps are over. Guys, welcome to Radio Diesel, the new and improved podcast. JoJo is dead. Diesel is in.
Diesel's the thing. Thomas Diesel.
Thomas
With
Diesel.
his Stan Metahammer.
Metahammer is the new shit.
Can't believe that's its name.
We'll get to that later, man.
Yeah, but no, we're telling you the ending now,
Right now.
and then you'll find out later, maybe.
That's how you do it, right?
That's how he did it.
Spoil everything, then tell nothing. No character names, nothing. We're just gonna go just straight in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, we are Radio JOJO, and we've been gone a while. You probably noticed.
Just a little.
Just a little, but we're back, and
Better than ever.
we are.
I
We're gonna
think.
be. No, man, we are. We're gonna be better than ever. We are focusing. We've improved the budget. We've seen our.
You know that
faults.
band Whitesnake? We're gonna rock harder than them.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
But we've got like a nice video setup thing. You'll see it. You're probably seeing it now because you've already seen it. It's there.
Yeah.
And we're gonna have like more. We're gonna get you guys involved. It's gonna be great. And one thing we gotta note is that it's not gonna be like strictly scheduled for a day. Like we might miss a day or two. Like it'll be like a day later or maybe a bit earlier because we're gonna go on the news and try and get like weeks of quality rather than quantity. If that makes sense. Like we want to try and fill these up with like valuable information and not just ramble on to you guys. So hopefully you guys enjoy it, and we're gonna try and get some good guests in as well. We've already promised you one guy's returning, so we can talk about.
We'll set up another person. We've got to actually talk with them, but it's time zones are ridiculous out in Japan, the glorious Nippon.
So we're gonna find the golden time where all of us are at our most awake.
I don't know if it exists. We might have to go to the negative zone.
The danger zone. No.
We might have to go ask the Jersey Devil. That guy owes me $10.
He's never gonna pay.
But he's
back.
got like 18 gross fingers, and I don't want.
I don't want to touch any of them.
I don't want to get near any of them, especially that arcade stick.
All we've got to do, Jeff, we've got to censor ourselves. And we've got to go to the other dimension.
Yeah.
We've got to cross over.
That's
to
ridiculous.
the other dimension.
I'm talking to you from the other dimension. How'd they say that?
I'd praise that JoJo hasn't got that yet.
The other dimension?
Like it hasn't been heavily censored, so they've actually removed the element of death.
Holy shit.
That would be amazing.
That would be the best.
Jonathan's alright. He's just a bit sick.
No, it's like you said at the end of part 6. Looks like everyone's fine. Even weather reports here.
he just cuts away from all the corpses.
And
in the water,
Porio
it's like,
shoots Poochie at the ocean, and he's like, "Oh, everyone's fine."
Everyone's fine. The parachutes are here.
Even Uncle Ben. What?
Oh, even Danny's fine. He's fresh out the oven. He's.
Oh man, Jonathan was just playing around this whole time.
Beautiful. End scene.
And then Eyes of Heaven.
Yeah. Oh God, can we not talk about that yet?
Oh.
I'm still not any further than I was last time.
Oh, that was a while ago.
That's not. Let's change the subject. I'm Shaun.
I'm Jeff.
Just in case you're new here, man, we are Radio JOJO. We talk about all things JoJo. And all things not JoJo.
Except when we talk about Diesel.
Except when we talk about Diesel, but then that's part of Radio Diesel.
So, should we go? What should we go into first?
Let's talk some pickups, man. Because like
pickles.
Pickups. The last 2 pickups were like very disappointing because they were non-existent.
Yeah.
So we've got a shit ton this time.
Not this time though.
Who wants to go first?
I'll do the honors of going first and being myself.
You got some good shit.
Anyway, so I went to New York 3 days ago, and I had the intentions of buying Volume 12, the newest one of JoJolion, and Ultra Jump, which is supposed to come with this neat little cardboard, not cardboard, I forgot the kind of material, but it's this neat little calendar you put together that has art from Part 8 and art from the fourth another day or whatever, the novel for Part 4.
Alright.
Yeah, it came with the newest issue of Ultra Jump, but it turns out I jumped the gun, and the store in New York's gonna have it this Thursday, not last Thursday. Found that when I went there, and I'm like, I'm not leaving New York empty-handed. I went downstairs, I went to go find the Ultra Jump, and then I realized, well, great. This is great. I'm loving this. Nice. So, what I did wind up picking up at that Kinokuniya was Volume 1 for Part 1, and the last volume for Part 6, which I thought was funny, but no one else laughed at my dumb joke. So I went to Book Off, which is a discount bookstore, which is another Japanese bookstore.
Which I never knew you guys had.
Yeah.
That's pretty weird.
Yeah, it's $3 for a manga volume. So went downstairs looking around. I thought they'd still have the Fist of the North Star color editions there, but someone bought them, I think.
Aww.
Anyway, and then I looked over the JoJo section, like I do, and I saw they had all Part 5 and most of Part 4, which is kind of rare, to be honest. Those 2 parts are really hard to get together in one set in the city. So I not only bought all Part 5, but I bought the last volume of Part 4. And I'm very happy about that. Very happy. I now own almost all the manga. I just need Part 4, and I have everything. Not done yet, because I need the other variations of the manga. I also got this little neat little mascot thing that goes on your phone. It goes in the headphone jack. I got Harvest.
Oh yeah.
I like Harvest, but I kind of wanted Crazy Diamond.
Yeah, it's
At
like
least
a
I didn't
random...
get Heaven's Door, man. I don't want Heaven's Door.
I like Heaven's Door.
You know what?
I'd be friends with Heaven's Door.
I'm not a fan. I'm not the biggest fan, but I like the stand more than I like Rohan, so whatever.
Oh yeah. Just to clarify, which version of the manga is this? Because there's like 3 different types.
Okay, this is the original Tokibun, I guess. The tanks. Yeah, the ones with the pictures on the spines.
Yeah.
This only adds to my parts. I have the same kind of edition for Part 7 and Part 8. Unfortunately, actually not really unfortunately, but for Part 3 I have the JoJoiums. So they're really nice.
That's not unfortunate, man. That's pretty good.
I have all of them except one problem with the, like I said the last time I think with the JoJoiums, even though I have them all, I don't have the Jotaro bookmark.
Do you think we'd get the bookmarks if they did?
You know what? I was arguing with someone about this. Like Viz might not even do it. Bring the Part 3 JoJoiums here because we already have Part 3, and they relabeled the original volumes that they had out when they reprinted it.
Yeah.
It now says JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 3 Stardust Crusaders, so I don't know. I mean I hope they do, but I don't exactly have high hopes, But yeah, I have just about everything. I just need Part 4 because I just also bought I guess I can include that in my pickup. I bought the last volume for Part 2. Came out digitally, and I read through it, and the translations are really nice. I won't lie. You know how in the anime when they dubbed it, they changed the line Kara says when he's getting thrown out into space. He said like "what?" I think in English.
Yeah.
They kept it in the manga that he still says stars, impossible. So I don't know why. I don't get why the anime changed. It's such a weird thing. It's not like it's that weird to translate like that in English. You know?
Maybe the voice actor just refused to say it.
Oh yeah. There are like a few other mentions, I guess, for digital stuff that I bought JoJo wise.
Oh yeah.
I bought like okay, I did this because someone on our team needed it, but I bought 4 volumes of Part 5 digitally in Japanese, and I also bought. I think that was about it. I bought 5 volumes of Part 5. I spent a lot of money on Part 5 recently, and I don't even like Part 5 that much.
There you go. You got Condiment.
Fucking Part 5. Just. Part 5's not bad. I like it. I just not my top part is all.
Yeah.
Hey, but now I can look at the manga in crystal clear black and white over here, and I could be just as confused as when I read it.
Definitely.
I don't even think translations are gonna help me completely understand. But hey, whatever.
Waiting around the tiny man to provide us with the.
Yeah, fucking. Actually, we get to the color team update. There's something funny about that.
Oh god, I can't wait.
So, Shaun.
Yes.
Those are my pickups. What did you get? Because I saw something about Diamond is not Crush. Diamond is Crush. Diamond is Crush, or whatever.
I'm a fan of just collecting all these odd stuff, so I have quite a random mix of stuff. First off, yeah, I've got these little mini glasses that I really like, and I've got 4 of them from the Part 4 set. So there's one with like Josuke, Okuyasu, Rohan. But yeah, all of them on the side of this packaging, it says Diamond is not Crush. And it only does it for this set, and it's really weird. I don't know. I mean, it's quite an early set, so. But.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that.
Just where that variant came from, I have no idea, and it's never been used since. Even in the trailers for the anime, they've actually corrected it now.
Oh yeah, did ASB have that, or was that like a fan thing?
I'm not sure. I think ASB had it in Japanese, but I think the trailer's the only time I've seen it looked as Diamond is Unbreakable. It's really weird.
Diamond is not Crush.
I also got this huge Josuke pin. You know, he's got the heart with the fist on.
You gonna wear it?
Probably not. Pins, I've actually got a fear of pins. Even when I wear them, like, I'm kind of freaked out by them.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know, what if I fell on it or something? I don't know.
Oh, that reminds me of Pesci's stand. Just like the fishing hook going up your arm just creeps me out.
Oh yeah, thanks for helping me out, man. I'm
No
never
problem.
gonna wear it.
No problem.
Speaking of Pesci, I actually have a glass of Pesci as well.
But you don't like Part 5 either.
I'm not a big fan, but it was cheap and I like it. And I've already got a Giorno one of this, and so there's only 4 in this set, so I was like, yeah, I might as well go for it.
Only 4?
Yeah, there's only 4 in the Part 5 set.
I was in the Part 5 set aside from Giorno and Pesci.
There's one where it's got all of them, the gang together, and on the other side it's got Trish. And then there's one that has Diavolo and King Crimson.
Huh.
So there's not many in that set. And I've also got one that's got Star Platinum on and a bunch of tarot cards. And I don't know what sets that's part of, but I've actually got a few items in that set as well.
Don't you have the Part 4 set?
I do, yeah.
How many came in that?
There's 4 in that.
Huh.
And I think, yeah, there's Josuke, Okuyasu. Oh, I don't remember who's on the other one. I'm looking at it from a distance now. I can't see. I think Tonio's on one, and then the other one's got Yukako.
You know, Shaun, I got those coasters, those fancy Hiriko Araki coasters. You could put your cups on those if you come over.
We need to combine our powers like fucking Voltron.
So, yeah, you, when you took that picture, I saw it on Facebook. You took You got a lot there.
I did. I forgot how much I got because I bought it like it was all like just in a flash. What else did I get? Actually, I've got a cup as well. I've got ordered 4 Part 4 cups as well. I'm totally getting into the spirit of Part 4, man. Only one of them was in this set, so it's an Okuyasu one, and the other side's got the hand. So I was like, that's pretty cool. But the others will come probably in a month's time. What else did I get? Oh, and I got the soundtrack to Battle Tendency.
Oh no, yeah, I saw
really
that.
Good.
Cool.
The one of them, I've already got the first one. It comes with Volume 4 of the Blu-ray. But this one has got all the rest of the tracks, and I actually post some pictures up of this because it's got some weird art in. And
So
lyrics.
What you're telling me is, if I wanted to buy the entire Battle Tendency soundtrack physically, I would need to get the Blu-ray or the DVD.
To get one of them, yeah.
Wow.
And this one, let's have a look at this one. This one's got like a lot of the songs that are in the background for parts. Oh, actually, it's got the Colosseum theme. And it's the fucking dubstep Colosseum music, and it's got the other one as well, where Cars finally evolves
To the ultimate being.
But this is the better soundtrack out of the two, and it's a separate one, so that's cool. And the last thing I got was my first Weekly Shonen Jump.
Oh, nice.
Cool. I know you've got some for Part 6.
I've got one. I only got one.
So I got
It's the last one for me.
Oh man, this is volume 29 of from 1991. It's like it's such a blast from the past. When I was just reading it like earlier.
Oh, for Part 4.
No, it's Part 3.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's the one with Jotaro like pointing right on the cover.
Yeah. It's got Dio. It's got Iggy.
What's the chapter?
The chapter is actually it's the last chapter of Pet Shop.
Oh, that means you got that really wicked cool picture Pet Shop colored in then.
No, actually it's not colored in. Something else was colored in.
Oh.
It's really weird. I don't understand. You'd think because that's on the cover, you'd think that would be the highlighted thing, but no, the color page is something else.
What's it look like?
Let's have a look. This is live, guys.
Oh
man. Oh god, honestly, I don't know what this is. I have no idea what this is. It's some kind of weird cowboy with huge lips. I don't know what that is. I have to show you later. We'll find out. But it's really good. It's a blast from the past. I actually saw the other day you posted. I think it was yesterday. You posted something from City Hunter.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's actually in this as well.
Oh yes, well, City Hunter's been over for years, but at the time it was in its prime.
Yeah, and it's also funny because it's got Dragon Ball Z in here actually as well, and it's the chapter where Frieza and King Cold arrive on Earth.
Wow, what you're holding is like from the 80s, right? Like
it's 91.
Early 90s. Man, how's that feel? You're holding like a piece of history.
It felt really good, but like some of the pages are really dried out. Like you can see some of them are barely like readable.
The only real like disclaimer for people, if you get into collecting this stuff, you're really only buying that sort of thing for collector's value. You're not buying it because you want to read it.
Yeah.
Let's be fair. But that's cool that you have that particular chapter of Dragon Ball Z, because that's like one of the coolest. That was one of the coolest things when I was a kid.
The last shot of it's really cool. You just see the feet, and it's like, oh, who's that guy?
Oh, you see when? You just see Trunks' feet.
Yeah, and you don't know who it is. Imagine. I mean, this is totally going on a tangent now, but like, that must have been pretty mind blowing.
Well, yeah, back then, because you didn't know who that was, and then eventually you found out that it was Vegeta and Bulma's kid. And when people told me when I was in 5th grade, I'm 27 now, so when people told me back then, I'm like, no, Yamcha and Bulma are a thing. You guys are stupid. And they're like, no, man, totally. I'm like, bullshit. And then I was proven wrong, and I was like, this is the sickest shit.
amazing.
Vegeta's wearing a pink shirt.
And it says like "Bad Man" on the back. But so, like, when you look back at these as well, it really puts you in that perspective of when it literally came out weekly. Like the chapter before this, you had no idea how Pet Shop, how that outcome was going to be.
Wow, the Pet Shop and that thing were going at I always forget that Dragon Ball in general like was further along than JoJo's. So like by the time part 4 was going on, what we call Z was already over, I think, or about over.
Yeah, or maybe
reasons why Koichi's stand looks like Frieza or whatever.
Yeah, like you can tell they're all just like palling it up, like, oh, I'm gonna use Frieza and sell him my next thing. I
don't to go on a little tangent of my own, but I always dislike when people are like, well, Rocky's copying this or that. No, you guys, even back in part 1, it's not copying, it's called a homage. All those shonen dudes are friends, so.
Like when Naruto ended, in the next volume of One Piece, they put him in it. In a random page, like the first page was them eating together.
Yeah.
And I was like, that just shows like how tight they all are.
Or like, remember when in JoJolion, you might have forgot, but in one of the earlier chapters when Yukako, when Yasuho was in the car with those weird like SMM dudes in the car or whatever.
Oh yeah.
On the rear view mirror on the top, it's Luffy and Tony Chomper. It's little figures.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I'll have to look back at that.
So I mean, like, I know people put those other series down, but Araki, like, he's friends with all those dudes, and like he probably has a lot of respect for him because remember that 25th anniversary thing they all did for him?
Oh yeah, everyone just
that was big.
That was really cool.
And on that note, I think Araki could have done a better job on Goku, I guess, or whatever.
Hey man, it's all about Toriyama's Jotaro.
That was
amazing.
I was kind of upset that like Araki chose Goku. Like, I don't know. I feel like he could have picked someone else because other people, some of them picked some different characters, but a lot of people stuck with Goku.
I love the guy, but he's very like straight and narrow.
Yeah.
I mean, look at our Eyes of Heaven OC choice.
Yeah. He was the one who said go with Dio because that's what people expect.
He could have had anyone.
Yeah.
But that's what he's like. He's very like straight and narrow, straight to the.
I do like that
the book.
I know people don't like it for Eyes of Heaven, but I do like that he was like, no, just do it like this. I mean, why not?
Why not?
It's probably what he thought. He was like, whatever. It's my character. I'll just say whatever.
Just to throw it in there as well, I also got figure of Sega Saturn. Who's the best girl?
Oh, nice.
Just want to throw it out there. Oh, actually, I've got one thing as well. I can put a picture up as well. I recently Street Fighter 5 came out.
Oh, did it?
It did, and nice. I brought because of my discount on the game store I brought a new stick.
Oh, cool.
A new Mad Cat stick, and
oh yeah.
One of the first things I wanted to do was get some JoJo art on there, so I actually just picked some panels that I really liked, like based on. I kind of wanted to based on like either video games or just technology in general, and just slapped it on, put it together, got it printed, and yeah, it's really cool. Wouldn't pay anything else.
And of course, it's part 3 because with Shaun.
It is. No. There's part 3. There's a bit of part 4, and
you got some
part
Bruno
5.
in there. I saw.
Yeah.
And Jolene.
Jolene's on there as well. Yeah. So part 6. Only put Jolene in there just because I didn't want to leave her out.
Yeah.
No 7. No 8. No 8 because I couldn't be bothered to go through and find the good art that wasn't creepy, and no 7 because like that's a bit too old for me. There's no like, there's no tech in the 1800s, so.
Fucking, you got a point with part 8. It's kind of hard to find some non-creepy bullshit going on.
Yeah, I was probably gonna get like a picture of Yasuo on a phone, but then I was like, I'll put Joan in there. She's a bit more familiar. A bit more easy on the eyes, you know.
You don't love Yasuho and her massive hands?
What is the modern age all about massive hands? I'm noticing a trend.
Yo, man, Yasuho could like take your whole head with one hand and just dunk you.
Just deliver the choke slam.
Oh, those are some nice pickups, though.
Yeah, I think that's everything. Yeah, there'll be more next time.
I'm super happy that I own all of Part 5, but more specifically the last volume of Part 4. Because the last volume of Part 4, it's not the whole thing, right? Because Part 4 leaks into Part 5. The first volume of Part 5 actually has the last 2 chapters of Part 4 in it.
Aha.
So, like...
Yeah, that makes sense, yeah.
One interesting thing to note with the first volume of Part 5, technically, it has Giorno, Josuke, Jotaro, Crazy Diamond, Star Platinum, and Gold Experience on it. And Giorno's holding a G.
All them met together.
So, yeah, you know when they hung out. It's interesting because literally the last thing you see for Diamond is Unbreakable is a picture of Josuke and it says Winter 1995 to 1996.
Good years.
And then to Italy with Koichi, because Koichi was important in Part 5.
Yeah, he did his job.
And then he fucked off.
He got stranded there. We never actually saw him leave. It's kind of worrying.
Before we go into anything else, seeing as we're getting a Part 4 anime, I imagine we're probably going to get 5 and 6 anime.
I'd imagine so. I think I've said that since the start.
Maybe we'll actually get some closure to Koichi and they'll be like, he's just like, see you later, Giorno. And that's it.
I would like that. I was happy when they put Anne on the plane. I was happy with that.
Yeah, right? Like,
that was unnecessary.
Or Jotaro got his coat.
Yeah.
After it burned, like...
That exact replica.
Good thing. I love... What was the line? It was a good thing you found someone who made your coat out of 100% wool. Here.
I'm not even going to question it, but I'm glad they put it in there.
Oh, man. Where's my Leaky Eye Luca merch? Jeez.
Leaky Eye Luca themed handkerchief.
Why not, I guess.
Do it.
So, what's the next thing on the agenda?
You owe us, all of us, not just me, everyone here, you owe us a manga update.
Oh, man. What's going on with the color team? We're making pretty good progress on Part 7. Well, I should say backer tier is Racker tier? I don't know. Sometimes, like, I fuck up his names. I'm sorry. You're gonna listen to this. I'm really bad with names still because I fucked up saying his actual name. Anyway, he's doing a really good job with Part 7. He's up to Scary Monsters Part 1, was it? Or Part 2. And he messages me, obviously, quite often. And when he messages me, he shows me what he's on and he has to clone and redraw over. Like, it's so just like Araki Y. Because, like, Araki's got, like, a bunch of bubbles here and then all of a sudden breaks off and just puts text on the picture. And he's like, why? He's like, why do you do this? Like, and the other problem with Steel Ball Run is, of course, the gradients on the bubbles.
Yeah.
It's just more... Steel Ball Run is so much more work. It's ridiculous. But that's going well. Last night, this is a first, but I just finished up with my redos on Stone Ocean. I actually redid the last 2 volumes. So 2 years of just waiting on that is done. It's about 2 years. I was very happy to redo the last volume in particular, actually, because there were a lot of things I regret doing and I fucked up on, and I just... Like, I'm gonna be writing a, like I did with Part 3, I'm gonna be writing a little letter at the end of it. I mean, if people want to read it, whatever, but I'm leaving it there just for prosperity's sake. So people know, like, because there's certain things that went on with the project that no one's ever gonna know about or really care about. Like, for instance, I told you I've told you, but I don't think I told everyone else, but volumes 2 and 3, the person who translated them is a professional translator. When I mean professional, I mean, you know the game D4? Dark Dreams Never Die.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's the translator for that.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he came to us.
When's episode 2 coming out for that?
Oh man, never probably. Unfortunately, like it's sad too. It seems like such a unique game. So yeah, he came to us, and I was really grateful for the help. You know, he's helped us on anytime we've needed help with sound effects or whatever. I've repaid him a little with with the color stuff I've given him, and the newest color stuff I buy for part 8. I always give him that. So just a little way of saying thank you. Part 2 is getting there. The new person working with us, he's like almost done with volume 5 or something like that. Volume 6 is done, but I don't want to mention about the person working on it because he's not really with us too much, but he did I believe he did volume 6, so that's done. We're just waiting for the new guy to finish up volume 5 so he can help with volume 7. Funny thing about volume 7 for part 2, which is the last volume, I did the last 2 chapters already, so those are done. Just literally time needs to go and he'll finish up what's left for part 2, and then it'll be done. And part 5. So part 5, I'll actually talk about part 5 for once. It's getting there. Dan's making a really good effort. He's going really quick. Funny thing, recently he lost Photoshop because of like a big old power outage at his house. He literally lost 5 chapters of work.
Oh shit. So
I bought chapters to help him, but he didn't use them anyway. I think he'll use some of the stuff later. But it's a lot easier to clone and redraw over Japanese titles and Chinese titles because like Chinese stuff, like there's too many there's more characters in Chinese than Japanese, I believe, was the thing he was telling me. It's also easier. There's less of a gap to join the pages for anyone who's curious. The black and white stuff, where is he? He finished up Babyface, and they're just about up to White Album. So it's like halfway through part 5. Dan said he's gonna be done this year, and if he's not, you can all go punch him.
Every one of you.
All at one time.
I might even get 2 in.
Yeah, things are going well. For the project, really. I think that's it. I don't think I got anything else.
Oh, cool. Okay, on that then, we can take a short break, and then we'll get to the news.
Ooh.
Cool. See you then.
The year is 2001. It's already been 3 months since the beginning of the 21st century. In the sci-fi movie, 2001: A Space Odyssey, humans had already traveled all the way to Jupiter. Or, at least, that's all I saw before I fell asleep. My name is Koichi Hirose, and I'm currently in Italy, the land of ancient history and economic crisis, on vacation, to see through a bizarre mission that was entrusted to me by Jotaro.
Alright guys, we're back in for the news.
We are.
By the way, one more update. I'm going to do some timestamps.
Oh.
I'm going to do some timestamps. Just in case you guys want to go straight to the news or straight to the topic, or like when's that fucking going to be done talking about his pickups? Nah, we'll just skip it. We'll hook you up. But yeah, let's go into the news. And
oh man.
Let's talk about the big thing.
The big one.
Not the big one actually. We'll talk about the bigger one.
The bigger one.
Let's just push JoJo to the side. Put it just right in that corner. Push it there. Let's talk about Diesel.
God damn it.
Let's talk about Diesel, man.
Alright.
So out of nowhere.
So people by now, anyone who's listening to our podcast has probably already heard of Diesel because the JoJo community was going ablaze with this fucking thing.
Ablaze.
What year was it made? 97?
1997.
1997. Who is the artist? It's
Joe. Not our Joe.
It's by Joe
Welchens.
Welchens. So 1997, he came out with Diesel, and it's written big words, Diesel, but it's actually Diesel.
It's actually
Master of
Diesel
Dragons.
Master of Dragons.
He didn't put the whole thing on the comic for some reason.
He
No,
had
not sure.
he had little ambition in that title. I think it was like a working process.
I don't like this color font thing he has going.
It's rusted. We should probably mention the just get it out there. This guy had one volume of this comic called Diesel, and it's very, very, very similar to our beloved JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
It's literally the dude watched one episode of the OVA, specifically the End All episode, and he was like, okay.
I'm on it. I've got a brilliant idea.
No one knows about this JoJo's Bizarre Adventure thing, at least until the Capcom game.
And no one ever will. I'll put it in the description, by the way. You guys can check this out if you haven't already. But it's amazing. Okay, so and we just read over this before we started this, so
there's some things we found out.
It's got lore. This thing has got lore. Man.
Diesel requires at least 3 readings to know what's going the fuck on, I guess.
I'm gonna read it tomorrow. I want to find something new.
Can we just bring up how, like, right in the beginning, this dude shows up with like his stand, and he just busts a hole through the wall, and then he destroys the door and kills the guy. But the other guy gets hit by the door, but they're both dead.
He just kills these guys for no reason. They probably had families.
Wait, let's bring that up, right? This dude, we don't know anything about him, but he just murdered 2 people. And he wants to fight this guy who's eating dinner. That's all. Like,
it's just weird. Like we were talking, like it's the equivalent of having Jotaro. Part 3 starts. Jotaro and Dio walking up the street in Cairo. Then cutting to Jotaro in prison.
yeah, it would just be really like, what?
It's like, what are you building up to?
This pacing is just breakneck speeds, I guess.
He's doing that OVA pacing.
The OVA wasn't this fast. Jeez.
Are you going to talk about your favourite shot?
Which one? There's many.
Like the opening shot.
Oh, yeah, the
really
only thing I
impressive.
actually like out of this whole comic is literally the first thing is a spread of this really nice looking fountain in front of this opulent looking mansion. It looks really cool.
Yeah.
Like this reminds me of something like I don't know, something about it just looks really nice. And then the art takes a shit after a bit when you see
Look at
people.
the guy's ceiling.
Like they this person at the time put a lot of effort in these backgrounds, and then just I don't know.
Then boom, Tom Diesel.
Wait, we don't know what his name is yet.
Oh, shit.
In fact, we won't know what his name is for like several pages.
Oh no, we're not gonna review the whole fucking thing. We're just giving.
No, we're not. No, we're not.
Through.
I just can't. His stand's name is Meta Hammer.
Meta Hammer. Oh,
It's
man.
so dumb.
There is a point very early on where they acknowledge and actually use the term stand user.
Yeah, straight up.
It's just straight up.
They just
this
say
guy's got a
enemy stand. And
There's a guy
Don't-
named Joseph.
there's a dog named Chewbacca.
Takes place in England, but the houses
Great.
look like fucking the most American house I've ever
It
seen. in
looks
my
like a
life.
house down the street from my place,
And
to be honest.
And then there's some kind of, I don't know, it just doesn't look like it at all. And they've got like this band of
Ruffians.
heroes.
No, ruffians if it's in England.
Ruffians. He's got this band of teens. They look like fucking kids.
They're probably 15.
Till
Yeah.
till the The new guys come in as well. You got these jobbers. One of them's
Jet
called
Li.
Jet Li. They look about right. Like they look about 30 years old.
Like Thomas Diesel is the best because his friend Azizi looks just like him, only he's black.
They are literally brothers. Maybe they're brothers because they were talking. They all these guys seem to share the same dad.
I do. Okay, before I don't know how much further you want to go into this, but with the dude that they fight in this comic, within this, looks exactly like Endall, pretty much. He has a
Blind
cane,
guy.
only it's a walking stick. Doesn't look as cool as Endall's cane.
He looks lost. When you first time you see him, he genuinely looks lost.
The other problem with this guy, I feel, because his stand uses blood. It's like Endall's water. He manipulates it the same way, but like the way this guy activates his stand is it looks like he crushes his own nose. I'm not entirely sure because it's his blood. Either that or he stabs his own hand.
Yeah,
I
think he
find
just
that
stabs
stupid.
himself.
Why not just grab something else and use its blood?
No, it's gotta be cool.
They killed Joseph, by the way.
They killed Joseph in the exact same style they killed. Oh god, they killed the
The way they scratched that
Speedwagon
Catcoon's
Foundation dudes.
eye. Oh yeah, that's right. I was
The
gonna say
head
scratch
comes off.
Catcoon's eyes, but yeah, that's right.
So they haven't got the flask, but he's fine though. I think he's all right.
Yeah, his head was.
In Volume 2, they're just gonna tape his head back on. And he'll be great.
Just by the
Everyone's
end
got
of-
weird stands.
by the end, everyone's got like a humanoid stand. There's nothing all that creative going on here.
Except one's a robot.
Yeah, but the one that shoots fingers, I don't. Whatever. I was telling you this before we started, but when me and Shaun were reading over this again, it's like remember when Jotaro punched Endall? It was like a really tense showdown, right? Like he was standing right behind him, and it was just like, wow, what's gonna? You're on like the edge of your seat. Say you're watching the OVA for the first time. When I watched it, I was like on the edge of my seat. I'm like, holy shit, you know? But in this, it's like he punches him and he just grabs his neck and he's like, who are you? You know?
Then he says, "Chum."
And then he's like, I can't tell you anything, and then dies. And then Thomas Diesel's told he won first place in the science fair.
Your check is in the mail. Then he disappears.
God, I don't. But yeah, Diesel's. It's a very short. It's one issue.
Part
I mean,
1.
give it a look. Diesel, Master of Dragons.
It's something
Part 1.
else. I fully endorse this product. In fact, if we haven't got a sponsor for this week, so I am fully up for having Diesel sponsor this episode.
Someone brought up in the group how like Araki wouldn't really have any basis for suing because of his stand names, but this dude straight up just took design elements and like airlifted them into his comic. Araki might have used names, but he didn't actually just draw somebody in his comic.
But who is this guy though? Like,
Tom Diesel.
what's he gonna sue? No, the guy who's penned it. Like,
I don't know.
what's he gonna sue him for? He made 7,000 copies of this. the print run.
Why do you keep saying that?
Because like,
I think he made 4 copies to share with his friends, and somehow it got leaked on the internet.
hey man, he says "I love you, Pookie" at the bottom. Who's Pookie? That's what I want to know. What's Pookie stand?
Well, remember the logo and the dragon symbol were designed by Pat Kelly.
Pat Kelly, if you're out there, Pat Kelly, we'd love to have you on as a guest to explain the lore of Diesel.
Pat Duke, Ben Dune, Fred Perry. Like, what's up with these names? Pat Thornton.
Special thanks. They're probably like friends and family. Anyway, that's plus when I very first time I saw it at the bottom, I swear, because it says Diesel number 1 April 1997, but for some reason I didn't read the number part, so I was like, wait, does it come out on April 1st? April 1st 1997. Anime comes out April 1st.
That would have been funny
I was
if
connecting
someone
all
drew
the
this as
dots.
like a fan thing.
But no, there's no dots to connect. It's fucking Diesel.
Man, we
Master
spent
of
way too much.
Dragons.
I can't believe how much time we just spent on this.
As the story progresses, it becomes obvious that only the most powerful of the group, Tom Diesel, has the fortitude necessary to reach the source of this evil and uncover its diabolical plan.
You just ruined some guy's dinner. That's all I know.
Sorry.
That's what he goes in and just says sorry.
I owe you a door.
Oh, one other thing I want to mention about Diesel. Whoever the typesetter was, fuck you. I can't read half this shit. Because, everything that's, not in a proper, bubble that has white in it, nothing has outlines on it. So it's incredibly difficult to read on some of these pages. And also, Mr. Evans, the guy in the beginning who got killed, he just asked the guy, how much did the pool cost? So he killed him.
Hey, some things are a bit too personal to ask. You don't ask a man how much his pool costs. Do that, you get sliced.
But a dead body fell into the pool, so he's going to have someone clean it.
And that'll add to the cost. That must have pissed him off in the long run. It's not a good decision.
He did it himself. Anyway.
Totally original, Diesel.
Yeah, totally original.
Do not steal.
Meta Hammer.
Meta Hammer. Can we push Meta Hammer?
We could.
We're gonna push him at the end of the show. We're gonna push him right into SummerSlam. Let's do it. Okay, next up on the agenda. Creepy Kakyoin dolls. What am I right? Why have I written this?
Okay, so I was up until 3 a.m. one day, and there was a certain other JoJo page that I follow in a language I can't fucking understand. They just post a lot of JoJo content. And I was like, wait a minute. That's the creepy ass doll that Terrence made. Wait, that doesn't look like it was fan made. This actually looks like legit. And I used the translator thing and said P Bandai, which is premium Bandai. So I looked it up, right, and I tried going through it, and I couldn't find it the first time. So I had a buddy of mine who's well-versed in finding merchandise in general. He was like, yeah, no, it's a thing. Apparently they made the Creepy Kakyoin doll. It's $27, a little less than that.
Oh, wow.
2,700 yen, I believe. 2,760 yen. And it's a little less than $27 US. You could own, there was a picture of this Japanese lady. She was hyped to have the doll.
I did see that picture, yeah. She looked really hyped.
If you want to buy the doll, it's on premium Bandai site. I don't know why you'd want it. It's really weird looking.
I could just create my own dolls.
If you like Kakyoin that much, you could buy it.
I know a few people who do some pretty freaky stuff with Kakyoin.
So, yeah.
So they've already got the pre-orders.
You know what I find funny? After all these years, they're finally making these things into actual merchandise. Part 3 has a lot of merch already. I guess. Whatever. Has the most.
Dude, have you seen the Kakyoin glasses?
Oh yeah, they have the inscription on the glasses themselves.
They're cool. Like, if any of you guys out there want to upgrade yourself, you'll be Jeff, but then when you put them in, you'll be new Jeff. You'll be the cooler Jeff.
Oh man, too bad those glasses are like $70.
Yeah, they're fucking bomb. Holy shit.
They're not cheap.
I want to be new Jeff, but I can't afford it.
So also, if anyone's interested, on that same site, they're reissuing the Polnareff earrings in a nice decorative box. If you want those.
If that's your thing. You should just put all the accessories on. Jotaro's hat.
Abdul's armbands.
Polnareff earrings. Fucking...
Joseph's hat.
Just grow a big beard.
It's cool
Punch
that
a hole in your chest.
I think it's cool finally after all these years, they're making those little accessory things like actual merchandise, because I'm surprised they didn't do it already. You know? They made those Part 5 watches. You think they would have made stuff like that.
Oh, they're a mistake, though.
Oh, at those
As
watches.
soon as they made them, they were like, "Oh God, what have we done?"
Those watches are like they were $300 a piece when they came out.
Now they're a lot more.
They're a lot more.
Should've just
I
put
remember
one of
Joe,
everyone.
our friend, was like one day, I own all the watches. And I'm like, do you really? He's like, no. I
can't
thought
fight
he
that.
did for the longest time, and he didn't.
Oh,
I felt disappointed. I was gonna be like, dude, you gotta show me those, because those look really cool. I like the Trish one.
you
the
gotta
most.
show me them, and I'm gonna walk in this direction with it.
So yeah, those are the two. I mean, that was about it for that end of it. I mean, hey, it's cool that they're reissuing the Polnareff earrings. They must have sold really well for them to do that.
How much were they? Do you know?
I don't remember.
More than the doll. I'm surprised the doll's that cheap, to be honest.
Yeah, you think something like that would they charge at least 40, but yeah, it's pretty inexpensive. They probably made a lot of them too.
Yeah. Well, Kakyoin's popular, man. Don't underestimate Kakyoin.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who love. I personally, I'm not that much of a fan of the guy. He's all right, but you know, some girls are really crazy for him.
Yeah. It's that,
Well, he's the Bishonen.
it's the
character.
cherry licking. Like, don't hide it, girls. You know.
But that wasn't even him. Well,
No,
he
does
did
it at the end, does he?
He does, but that's not the one they remember him for, or they try to remember him for.
Everyone wants a bit of that.
I do like that
Little
picture of
soul.
Kakyoin. That fan picture was like in the mind of a fangirl. It's like it's like a really good looking version of him. He's like hello, and then the second one's like feed shit to a baby.
Oh yeah, girls never bring that bit up, do they?
No, they don't bring up the fact that Kakyoin put shit in the baby's food.
What a dick.
To be fair, he almost killed him, so
Yeah.
that baby wasn't stupid. And it smoked their cigarettes.
And he made him cut. He made him right in his own arm. If they never removed that, that would have been really awkward for later parts.
Man, that 13 was fucked up.
Yeah.
Huh.
Oh well.
The 80s.
Shitting baby got what he deserved. You know who else got what he deserved? Actually, that doesn't make sense. That's a really bad segue. Part 2 Jojoniums.
Got what it deserved.
I didn't think of that one. I'm sorry.
Okay.
But Jojoniums done. Nearly.
Oh yeah. The part 2 JoJoiums are done digitally, meaning all they got to do is, of course, print them, and they're finished. Yeah, they are finished. The last volume for part 2 will come out in August, and the third volume will come out in May.
Yes.
Physically, I should say.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's cool.
And a bit later for us, because the UK get them later for some reason.
Yeah. But the good thing about this is we finally have parts 1, 2, 3 in English. No one thought that was gonna happen.
In beautiful edition.
I bet you Viz is like totally happy they hung out to that fucking license.
Oh yeah, and they've got even more happy as of late.
Oh yeah, definitely. You know, I think one of the main translators back in the day, working on part 3, was like, "Man, JoJo's is really different. Like, this is something really unique. It's a shame. You know what's funny? If they finally do it and they bring the part 3 JoJoiums here, which I hope they do. I mean, there's no real guarantee because Viz is pushing their old stuff. They rebranded the part 3 manga that they put out. It says part 3 Stardust Crusaders, so I'm not entirely convinced they'll do another one, but they've done it for other manga that have been popular enough, and the JoJoiums are selling really well according to their podcast. So
Oh nice.
it's just if they bring them over here, they got to include the bookmarks because people know about them. They're gonna be real pissed if we don't get. I mean, I have the bookmarks. I don't care, except for the Jotaro one, which I do care about.
It's got to be either all of them have them or they don't have them. If they didn't have them, I'm not too bothered. But if like they started doing it and they stopped doing it, I'd be quite pissed off.
So Shaun, you being a big part 3 fan, I mean, you want to own those, right?
I do. But
Because they have the original color
if they
pages.
didn't include them though, I wouldn't be too upset because like I could just do what you did and just get the Japanese.
Yeah, but like I've shown you, I believe on cam, how
I've
cool
seen
the
it.
bookmark.
I've seen
yeah,
the
those,
Enya one, and
those book.
I'm a changed man.
The bookmarks, the bookmarks are so fucking cool too. They're not like ordinary bookmarks. They have like this translucent like effect on the stands.
They look really cool.
So like when you put them to the light, the stands, it looks like the stands are lighting up. You know, it's cooler than your average bookmark, I should say.
Which are quite lame.
Yes, the ones that your local library give out are lame compared to the JoJo ones.
Just rip them up.
Like I said, the only one I don't have is the Jotaro one, and that's why I'm hoping Viz brings it over, because I don't feel like buying another Japanese JoJo just for a fucking bookmark, which I might end up doing. God.
Okay, speaking of Viz, we should go into this quickly. An image has recently popped up saying that Viz has brought the rights to Part 4, the anime
Warner
in particular.
Brothers.
Yeah. So that means if this does happen to come around here, or at least in Japan, it'll be released through them and not through Warner Brothers.
Which is pretty crazy.
That's pretty cool. It's pretty... It depends. It makes more of a difference for us because, like, the JoJo Blu-rays are actually pretty decent in Japan. But we got a really mediocre release, as you can tell from the review we did a few episodes ago.
It could have been better.
But we have to know Viz's intentions. Hopefully they intend, they're smart and they intend to push Part 4 over here as quick and as quick as possible.
There were people in the group talking. They're like, I hope they redub parts 1 and 2, and I'm like,
that's unnecessary at this point.
That'd be a lot, to go back and redo it. If anything, what they should do is put parts 1 and 2 on Blu-ray, straight up.
Yeah.
And you don't even have to break it up like the Japanese release. Just put it in a big bundle. You can literally just make it 3 discs, maybe, not even 2. How much couldn't you fit it all?
You could fit it all, but the thing is, you don't want to fit it all on one. You want to spread them out a bit, so it preserves the quality. 4 disc is fine, yeah.
I think, a 4-disc Blu-ray edition, people would be mighty happy. Give us a nice looking box, not the. Aesthetically, I really hate how the DVD box looks. It just looks so lame. And we don't have any cool menus. The Japanese have cool menus. So.
Let's not talk about the menus.
So
I would love if they, if they could somehow do something with Part 3 as well. I know it's not in their jurisdiction. That's gonna take a while because we're gonna have to wait for Warner Brothers to, give up that license.
Viz, I guess they're really they're trying to be really strong about JoJo's now. They're like, people just love this way too much. We have to start pushing more.
Really taken off. We keep making jokes about it, but no, it's really taken off.
I can't really say anything just yet, but if what I heard is true, we might see. I don't know. We might see Part 4 in English here.
That would be. What are we? Well,
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not. As I said, I'm not a big fan of dubs. So.
No. I mean like the manga.
Oh, the manga. Have they mentioned the manga though? I thought the rights were just for
mentioned, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think the rights are just for the anime at the moment, but we'll see.
So, the thing with the Viz thing, when it pulled up, was that Viz doesn't stream on Crunchyroll, I believe. But new information just popped up from the Anime News Network, and Crunchyroll is also to stream the Diamond is Unbreakable anime as it airs in Japan. So literally awesome. April 1st.
Oh god.
They haven't put the stream times up yet, but they'll do it soon. The interesting thing to note is that the poster that they have up on Anime's News Network, it says in English, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Diamond is Unbreakable. Diamond is Unbreakable has never been translated into English officially.
Yeah, so that's nice font as well.
Yeah, with the font. So that's a big deal right there. That means we could possibly see, like I said, the manga. I mean, more It's getting ridiculous.
I hope so.
And people are really hoping for JoJoians for Part 4, but that kind of thing, like, Japan doesn't have Part 4 JoJoians. I don't know why people think, like, we're gonna get them.
If we did get them, we'd have to wait.
Yeah.
Because, Raki needs to draw new art for would need new articles, like, his interviews, new character stories. It would need a lot. I mean, he'd probably do it, but it's a long wait for us, in any case.
Yeah. You said, right, new interviews as well.
Maybe new bookmarks.
Yeah.
Get hype for bookmarks.
Yo, no lie. The Part 3 bookmarks were one of the hypest things about the JoJoian Part 3 run. And they also came with postcards in Japan, I believe.
Oh, sick.
Either they came with them or you had to, like, mail in for them or something. I don't know. I could be wrong about that. They could have just come with them and I didn't get them because I got it in the US and I'm a dirty gaijin, so.
If any of you guys aren't a dirty gaijin, then please let us know in the comments.
Yeah, let us know.
Type your runes and we will decrypt. Not decrypt? I don't know what I'm saying. We will decipher them, that's it. And find out how wrong Jeff is.
By the way, I posted this on the Color Team like page, the Crunchyroll to stream the anime, and a lot of the comments are saying, can't wait to see the name changes. I'll stick to some stuff subs. Thanks, Shining Diamond and Deadly Queen. Gross. Joey JoJo's wacky. Like, guys, I only posted that because people were complaining that Viz doesn't stream on Crunchyroll. All of you were complaining about that. Fuck you. God.
Just as soon as you post something, the house is on fire. Everyone's drawing to the worst conclusion.
Oh, this is sad. Like, I thought people would be. Some people are happy about it. Some people aren't. They're like, I got Kiss Anime for that. LOL.
Oh, that's okay. Give it time. Doesn't matter where you see it, guys. Just watch it. Just support it.
By the way, that was only All-Star Battle. All-Star Battle's weird with names, so.
Yeah, it's got some weird rules.
Like, Polnareff is still Polnareff in the US. Who knows what's gonna happen with the names? If they manage to bring over the series with the names intact, you know.
No, let's move on.
I don't know if that would happen. Alright.
Okay, any more things you want to throw in the news?
If I had like a chicken, I'd throw it.
Okay, I've got one more thing to throw in.
Oh man, what's that?
And that's, if you guys haven't seen it already or don't know about it, there's this really awesome Part 5 fan dub on YouTube. But basically they've just basically got Part 5 panels in English, voiced over by like a cast they've chosen. They're actually really good. Like, some of them fit really well. I really like the Koichi voice actor, and the drawing's pretty good as well. It's on YouTube. I'll put it in the description. It's by a guy named, what's his name? I'll put it in the description. So I don't remember the name. I don't want to butcher it, but they're awesome. Check them out.
Oh, that's right. The other dub was the one I was telling you about. I can't pronounce it word shit because it was from an Italian like fan page. So someone dubbed in part 1 in Italian. They dubbed when Will Zappelli was telling Dio to get down from those gravity-defying rocks. And
we've got those in England. They're all over the place.
Yeah, they're everywhere. You know, Win Knight's lot. So anyway.
It's down the road from me.
In the English dub, Will Zappelli goes, "Get down here, Gambimbo."
For some reason.
And in the Italian dub, he actually says "baby" in English. So I don't know what the hell the change was, but that Italian dub was really good. As long as I can find it, I'll give it on, put it on up. Yeah, as long as I can find it. It was a really good I feel like the Italian dub really nailed it. Zappelli in particular, actually, which is funny because he's Italian. So
yeah, shout outs to Italy.
Shout outs to Italy. You motherfuckers have it all.
Oh, they've got all the manga, man.
Yeah, I think they even have some of the novel. They have some of the spin-off stuff. They have the Dead Man's Question manga.
Oh, That sucks.
They don't get everything though. They don't got no Blu-rays.
Well, nor have we.
Still, they don't have it, and that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Yeah, take that, Italy.
Giant chew.
You and your margarita pizza.
You and your everything. Okay, let's move on.
Okay.
Let's take a break, and we'll be back in with the mighty topic, which I'm pretty sure you guys know what it's going to be.
More diesel.
More pizza, margaritas.
More diesel.
More diesel. See you guys in a sec. Hey Jeff,
Hey, Shaun.
do you like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure?
Man, I love it.
Have you heard of the manga? Have you seen that?
What? I only own Steel Ball Run, JoJo Leon, Stone Ocean, and Stardust Crusaders. Yes. No, I haven't. Tell me more.
But I bet you got it in black and white.
Yeah.
Don't you just hate the fact that it's not in color?
You know, I was looking at this, and I'm on this part. It just doesn't look as good. It could be in color.
If only there was some way we could access some color scans with English text.
Yeah, if only.
If only.
Oh wait, hey,
What?
I help with that. The JoJo's Bizarre Color Team Adventure. Sounds like the
What?
most racist shit ever, but hey,
That sounds like something you just made up.
a Brazilian came up with the name, so you know it's gotta be racist.
What? JoJo's Colored Adventure Team Color?
Yeah, they've got a blog that never updates and a Facebook that updates more than anything.
But does it update with relevant content?
Yes, constantly.
Wow.
Except when Dan is like, I'm gonna upload a chapter tonight, but I'm not.
Oh, Dan. What's the name of that link, man? You gotta link us. What is it?
It's the JoJo's Color Adventure Facebook.
Ah, nice. And what was the name of that blog?
Oh, JoJo's Color Team blog. It's on Blogspot.
Oh, it's on Blogspot, so it's
Yeah.
definitely not active.
Yeah, it's dead. I was the only one updating it for like months because I was working on part 6 so much.
Wait, who are you? I thought you were my friend Jeff, who doesn't know about Colored Team.
Oh, right. I'm blind.
That just begs more questions.
But I worked on part.
Why are you even into manga?
I don't. How did I? Where am I?
Yeah, JoJo's Colored Adventure. Go check them out.
They're pretty rad.
They're amazing.
I mean, if you're into that sort of thing, whatever,
We're really bad
I
at
guess.
this. We're really bad at this. So, part 4,
Part 4.
anime,
Cool.
confirmed. Coming
What? You're kidding.
May 1st. May 1st? April 1st. April 4th.
May 1st. Oh.
Sorry. That's my
Damn.
birthday. So there's some cool stuff.
Good thing they posted those 3 previews. Otherwise, we'd have to.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we would have nothing for another month.
Not 1. Not 2.
But 3.
But 3. Each in a different
Different city.
which is
Not
really
only a
weird.
different city, but it was only a few seconds difference of footage and who was narrating.
So run us through who was narrating in these trailers then.
I don't remember the exact city, but one had Josuke narrating, one had Jotaro narrating, one had Koichi narrating. But each of them were only a couple seconds narrating, I believe. And there was only some difference in footage. One showed Angelo more than the others, though.
Oh, you got it.
Can never have too much Angelo.
The Angelo Saga. I can't wait for the Angelo Saga, which is
I can't wait for Angelo to show up and just
Gonna be
people
2
are
weeks.
disgusted. Like, what am I even watching?
I thought I was guaranteed a good time. And then you
'Cause,
gave
like,
me Angelo.
People, anyone who's listening to our podcast and doesn't know the manga, as soon as it starts, you learn that Angelo's is like this dude who raped little boys. And like
wait. Before we even get into all this, we've got to throw something out. We've got to call some shots.
Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah.
We got to address some people. We're not going to go through everyone name by name or anything like that. But trailer drops.
Oh, the new one, yes.
We're seeing a lot of people. Oh, it's amazing. It's beautiful. I can't wait. And it's you same fucking guys. It's the same guys that were like calling it an abomination. Like,
yeah, they're like, stop doing it. Don't make the anime. Just knock it off.
It
doesn't look like the manga.
What's wrong with your face?
It's just, it's ridiculous. The main thing is like, for months, people were like, the noses look terrible. I can't stand them. Like, everyone, and like, I was one of those people who was like, just wait. I mean, it's just some stock pictures. We literally don't know anything else how it's gonna look. And then when the first animated preview dropped, people were still like, no, this still looks like garbage. It sounds like terrible. I don't like how Josuke sounds. You talk for 2 seconds. It was just ridiculous. People were still calling it out, and I just was like, oh, okay.
And that was like less than a week ago that came out.
No, the first one, months ago.
Oh, the very first.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant the TV clip.
I remember when we were talking about it, we're like, yeah, whatever, looks alright. You know, just wait for more. But everyone's just, this last one, they're like, oh my god, it's such a big, huge improvement.
You gotta be patient. You gotta see it in animation.
And on the, on that very thread, I said, like, oh, now the anime looks good. And then someone was like, oh, well, we can't give our criticism. No, see, it's not that you can't give criticism. It's just that you guys were just straight up like, this is garbage. You weren't really giving criticism. A number of people weren't. And some people, someone went to great lengths to redraw the trailer, like to add in little things with Josuke, but they were pretty much, they just wanted part 3 style.
Yeah.
They don't like the direction that DP took it in, and that's kind of funny when you think about it. Because Araki has changed his art style. And David Productions has changed their art style to try to reflect the manga. I mean, it's not gonna look. Let's be real. When you get an anime, most of the time, it never looks like the manga. Almost ever.
Though it was pretty faithful. Part 3 was pretty faithful.
Yeah, it was.
And a lot of the complaints were in the actual source material.
Do you remember before Part 3 came out, people were like, Jotaro's coat is black. I do not agree with this.
Yeah, do you remember people complaining about, oh, why does everyone's shoulders look like tires?
Yeah, that was a legit thing before. And it's like, did you guys read the manga? They've got that weird tire.
Yeah, like in particular, read the Wheel of Fortune chapters. They're right there. They're just emulating it.
I feel like people's complaints were just like, whatever. I mean, yeah, we can voice our complaints, but first of which is, a Japanese animation company is not going to hear us, a bunch of Americans,
unless we can
a bunch of people.
It.
A bunch of people in English talking. They're going to listen to Japanese fans. And I'm sure, because I heard Japanese fans were not exactly pleased with what they saw either, and they expressed their disdain. Either David Productions was listening, or they just had it planned out like this to just, okay, we got some stuff, we're going to show it off, gauge reactions. Or maybe, they could have just planned it out like, okay, we have all this stuff, we're only going to show off what we have for now, and then we'll show off the rest later. Either way, you just had to wait. I mean, there was no reason to go off on it. I don't know. I feel like people were just jumping the gun constantly.
It's just the back down that got me, like.
Oh, how people are now are just like, oh my god.
Yeah, the back downs were real, man. Like.
I'm so excited.
I was never mad at it. No, dude, come on.
It's kind of like how people, with the Eyes of Heaven thing. Just people who've never played the game are just shitting on it.
Yeah. Are we gonna fire a shot at anyone in particular?
No.
Someone who happened to
The
be
Community.
on the,
How about that?
someone who happened to be on the show, maybe.
No. Oh.
No.
Oh, yeah, Joe. I saw your comments, Joe.
Oh, we had him on. He he explained his distaste for the show. I mean, he's in the error of his ways. Hopefully.
He's always given his disdain about the anime, but then he's always like, "No, I really love it. I've been waiting this for forever." Joe's a funny guy.
He's a complex guy.
I'm gonna call him out constantly. And Joe, I told you what I'm gonna do. Right, the next time we meet, I'm gonna step on you like Mario on a Goomba.
Make sure you record it, so I've got a segment for the podcast.
He asked me, Jeff, why did you say that? And I'm like, I'm fucking with you.
Okay, should we talk about the trailer itself?
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't even too much to go off of. I don't think there was enough in that preview.
Well, I mean, we haven't got to talk about what happened, but I mean, we can just, from what we saw from that, we could talk about, like, because we've got some keys to the art style. We've got some music in there.
Oh, yeah.
So we can talk about this.
Oh, I want to mention Jotaro's hat. You know, like when Josuke punches and it morphs back into like a A shape. Someone did an animated GIF and it looks really cool. Like how it changes back or tries to change back. It just looks really nice.
All right.
Oh, so Shaun, what do you think of Star Platinum's colors that they're going with? The Pop-Tart colors, the SAS colors.
I like it. It's not going to be very consistent, of course, because like everyone, even in the trailer, we saw Josuke switch about 3 or 4 different colors.
Yeah.
But for that as a default color, I don't mind it. Plus, isn't that the SAS color as well?
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Am I right? Yeah. So.
Also, Star Platinum's eyes are going to get bigger, I guess, because if you look at the SAS, the Star Platinum, the eyes look huge.
Yeah, they made him a bit more.
Moe,
yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, they showed off Angelo, and that was the most important thing.
And I don't even know if it's a joke anymore. I was just making a really huge effort to push Angelo, but now, after seeing him, I'm genuinely thinking it's time to push Angelo.
He's the first dude up.
He sets the tone.
He sets the tone for how grim Part 4 can be.
Yeah, he sets the tone, and then the Nijimura brothers, they keep that tone and raise it, because it's just down.
Araki, for the first 2 volumes in particular, doesn't back down with the grim times.
Yeah, he shows you what kind of a rod this is going to be.
You know that music from Turok, the first game, it doesn't back down. Minute 1. Just keeps going. Like, as soon as the manga starts, not even with Angelo, but Jotaro tells Josuke, "You're my uncle," because Joseph Joestar cheated on his wife.
He was a coward. He used the Joestar technique and he ran away from that marriage.
He ran away
his
from
marriage, then put it in your mom, then run away from that.
I wonder how, alright, I'm legitimately curious at how people only watching the anime, like my one friend, are gonna react to he doesn't know that Joseph cheated on his wife. Like that goes. I feel like that goes against what Araki set with Joseph's character. He just seemed like the ultimate nice guy.
Here's the thing, though, because the anime takes certain liberties to show things that we haven't seen in the manga. Do you think there's gonna incorporate some kind of scene with them both in, Joseph slightly? I mean, he's not that younger, but he's a little bit younger.
Wouldn't it be kind of odd for Jotaro, I guess, to be having a flashback of Joseph hitting on Tomoko?
Yeah. Maybe he's just keeping tabs on him, and it's just piece of shit.
He was keeping tabs on him then. Well, didn't that happen before Part 3?
Oh yeah. Fuck. Yeah, exactly. They could do a flashback to that.
This just makes this whole thing just boggles my mind. At what point did he go to Japan? Because he said he didn't go in Part 2. Remember at the end, he's like, "Oh man, I haven't seen my daughter in 20 years."
Does that mean Abdul was watching?
Someone was watching. Dio was watching. I guess.
That hermit purple.
Because
But-
Josuke had the Dio fever, so.
That's maybe. I hope they don't dive into it now. 'Cause
The
then,
Dio
they could
fever.
easily ruin it.
The Dio fever.
Dio fever. We're gonna get a shot of Dio in this. You might get.
You
a
know,
line.
imagine Jotaro's like, they go to this flashback of Dio exploding and then he smiles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I killed that asshole.
That's that. You know that the picture. I don't know what magazine it is, but they've got a picture. It's got Joseph, Jonathan, and it's got a picture of Jotaro smiling.
It's kind of weird.
Do you think that's what he's thinking of when he's smiling?
He's like, yeah. All of them, well, except Jonathan, he shouldn't be smiling.
Jonathan. No, that's why Jonathan isn't smiling, because he's like, oh, ow, my body.
But yeah, like, Angelo's the first dude up, and he, like I was saying before, he raped little boys and, like, murdered them. He left one alive to send a message or something. Like, they tried to kill him, but they couldn't kill him. Like, when they tried to execute him, so, like...
The dude is scum.
And then
put it
Angelo,
frank.
remember in the bushes, in the tree or whatever, he's like, Josuke, I'm gonna kill you and then rape your mom or
I'm gonna
whatever.
Climb in your mom's mouth and have my way with her.
Like,
Yeah.
Jesus. Or like, oh my god, the part with the dog where he just like bites its nose off and then shoves it down the dude's mouth. Cause,
That's how he rolls.
okay. Hey, did I mention part 4 is a really happy part?
It's I think that's why no, there's got to be one point where they incorporated some happiness.
Part 4, people always remember the happy bro moments, but they don't remember the really grim parts to it.
It makes me think, what's the soundtrack gonna be? Because the song they play during the trailer it sounds like the song they're gonna use for the really hype, like
No, it's gonna be used for the really
Josuke
sad
finishing
parts.
this moment. But like, are they gonna have like? Is it the same team? I think it's the same team.
Yeah,
as
it's the
part
same
3.
composers for the
Oh, yeah.
music.
By the way, really underrated soundtrack.
Yeah, it's really nice.
It's
Like,
really good. Like some of the, I think it's Destination, is it? That's the album that has a lot of the good songs from part 3. Like a lot of the
Can you
emotional
imagine
songs.
the really hype music they use during the sad parts?
That'll be a bit of a bizarre choice. Though it might fit the show. But yeah, from what I heard of the song, it sounds pretty catchy. I wouldn't mind the soundtrack. Again, it always goes down to that. Like, as soon as I hear some of the songs, I'm like, yeah, want a soundtrack.
Someone said in the trailer, someone watched it in the comments, they were like, is that Rain in the trailer? And I'm like, huh, yeah, it is. What do you know? I guess they showed most of the Angelo fight. At least a good chunk of it. There's always one part in the Angelo fight I forget. When they break the wall down.
I'm taking it back. I'm totally dropping the Angelo thing now, and you keep fucking bringing it back in.
I keep bringing him back up.
I'm not pushing him. You're pushing him.
I'll push him
take it
forever.
back.
Don't trust the milkman. That's all I can say.
Never. We haven't even got a milkman because maybe the council read the manga and was like, no.
There's only one character worth caring about in part 4, and that's the dude who's like, Rohan, put a hot chick in your manga next week. Big boobs.
Can't wait for that guy.
He's great. He's my favorite next to Silicon Boob chick from part 6. Like, during the time acceleration, she lost her silicon boob.
Correct. But yeah, we also, I don't think we discussed it in the last one, but we've also got the opening song. We haven't heard the opening song, but we got the title for it.
The fucking name for that song.
What's it called?
Crazy, noisy. What the fuck? I forgot the Bizarre Town. Was it? Could be wrong.
Crazy, noisy, bizarre. That sounds justified.
I think that I could be totally wrong about that, but it's something really crazy.
We don't know what it is. We're hoping it's not going to be the most playing song.
This is gonna be. By the way, the people doing the opening. This is their first song. This is their debut. So. I mean.
I just assumed they were all their debuts except for Jin, because like I think Jin's like a proper old school. He sounds like an old school action singer. A lot of his solo stuff, but I never heard of like Coda or Tommy before this, so I just assumed it was their first as well.
It's gonna be really tough for the. I hope the new guys can do a really good performance, because it's gonna be really tough to top the honestly to me the part 3 openings, because those were really good.
Oh yeah, though, especially the last one. Depends what they go for. At the moment, because I've got nothing really to go on, I'm just thinking of something on the same vibe as like the Mad video with Digimo.
Oh yeah.
So I'm just thinking of something on that kind of like that chilled out kind of vibe like that. Maybe.
And at first, people are gonna be just like all the other openings. People are like, I don't like this opening that much. And they're like, I love this opening.
It'll grow.
Like End of the World.
I hated Stand Proud when I first heard it.
Oh man,
I'm not a fan. And then it just grew on me. And then by the end, I was like, by 3 episodes, I was like, yeah, it's a really good song.
Just gotta hear it a few times, I guess. And you're like, this is really catchy. Shit.
The ending though. What will the ending be? That's one thing that's boggling a lot of people. Like,
yeah, that's the big people who are going with Smash Mouth. They're all putting their money on Smash Mouth.
Smash Mouth.
It's All Star, sorry.
Or by Smash Mouth.
Yeah.
But we were linking the dates to that, and so we felt like Smash Mouth was a song from like '99 or something.
Yeah,
It was quite late.
Part 4 ended in '95.
Yeah,
from what,
so
92 to 95?
Yeah, so if we're going for time zones, then that's obviously way out there.
You know what? Knowing Iraqi, it's not completely far-fetched.
It might be. I don't know. I reckon he's going to go for something a bit more obscure.
Remember what we were talking about, right? How, like, I brought up in Iraqi's top 10 thriller movies, he put Shrek in his top 10.
He did.
I don't know. Is Shrek really a thriller?
If you're terrified of big green ogres, then yeah. But
and what did you bring up? Songs he cries to?
yeah, remember there was a list of like songs, the albums that make him cry, and one of them was like "Never Mind the Bollocks" by the Sex Pistols, which I was like,
maybe he's happy.
What kind of emotion does that? I couldn't picture that kind of emotion coming out of a man.
Well, remember he's got that huge ass music DVD room.
Yeah. So it's definitely going to be a song from there.
From that room.
Don't know what it's going to be. It could be anything.
Sticky Fingers.
Could be Limp Bizkit. Oh, the episode just ends and he's like, "Alright, partner."
Why not just yeah.
just Offspring in the distance as the episode ends. That would make my day. That would make my year. But
yeah,
no,
the ending.
It's going to be something obscure. It's going to be something we don't know.
We didn't expect Walk Like an Egyptian. Like, I remember when I was at work for part 3, right? And I'm like, oh man, cool, I'm on my break. Let's hear that ending. And then I put up, I'm like, wait a minute, this sounds, what the fuck?
I thought I was getting trolled. I was like...
Yo, I thought, yeah, right? I was like, this isn't real. And then I looked up, I'm like, this is real. And you know what? It fits.
Yeah, it does really. It could be anything. Well, it could be 99% of things. It's not going to be Resident Evil remake. Clowns fighting in my basement.
No, it should be that. Can someone get these farting clowns out of my basement?
Rocky was really impressed by
that guy stole all the money.
Actually made him cry. It was the 11th in his albums that make him cry list. I don't know. My fingers are crossed for Pearl Jam.
It's gonna be the
do it.
song from Batman and Robin. That song that was from that.
That song.
That song I can't remember.
Were there any songs in that film? I don't know.
There was a song for the movie.
Was that before or after Bat Nipples?
I don't remember.
Bat Credit Card.
Can we just? Oh man, that ending song is gonna throw us all for a loop. We're gonna be like, it's gonna be the Samurai Champloo opening. I can see it now.
No, it's gonna be the opening to Elf.
Okay.
Elf's coming back.
In Pog
In
form.
Pog form.
God damn it.
Pole Jam, please be Pole Jam. But yeah, that's okay.
I hope
Now-
it's Hell's Bells.
Hell's Bells. No, I hope it's Piccolo's theme from Dragon Ball Z. No, I hope it's the Ginyu Force theme from Dragon Ball Z as the show just ends. Okay, I'm just fucking around now. Okay, Jeff, what are your 3 most exciting fights or encounters that you are looking forward to in this anime?
Oh, there's so many things.
And keep in mind that this season's not gonna cover. It's only gonna cover half the story, so it's not gonna.
No, it's
cover
the whole thing.
It's not gonna cover Kira. You're not gonna get Kira.
We may get a little look at him.
You can look at him, but you're not getting a fight, so he doesn't count.
We get a look at like a shoe.
You can put that as one of your highlights if you want. Remember that time we saw Kira's shoe? His shoelaces were tied so nicely. It was a beautiful time. No, you don't.
No. Nothing's coming to mind.
Aren't you excited to see Rat? You love
Nope.
Rat. Bad Company. No.
Nope.
Aqua Necklace. I know you want to see Aqua Necklace. You
No,
beat it up.
I don't actually want to see it.
Red Hot Chili Pepper.
You know, I'm not a big fan of that.
Really? You know? Oh man,
Like Akira himself. Like I'm just.
I like.
There's
Akira.
okay. Wait, with Akira, there is one thing. This is actually one thing I'm looking forward to with Akira. When they go over his guitar, Araki,
Ooh.
he wrote. This has nothing to do with the story, but here is the breakdown of Akira's guitar.
That'd be good. That would be like that bit in part 3 where they had this. Like, here's an Indian. He has nothing to do with what's going on, but here's an Indian.
Like, I was just like, I remember reading through it the first time. I'm like, what? I mean, it's a cool looking guitar, but what? Just one of the reasons we like JoJo's. Just the Araki just so specific. Like with Dio in part 3, where remember when his leg fell off through the store, and he was like, go get my leg, like a first class flight attendant, bringing drinks to people. Like,
Oh, such
What
a
is-
nerd.
what a silly thing. So yeah, that'll be my number 1. Is definitely that. My second one, it's gonna be in season 2. But if I had to keep it with season 1, it's definitely gonna be when Yukako's asking Koichi questions.
Oh, I was gonna have that.
Yeah.
That's gonna be
Just
my
like
one.
she's got him strapped. Just like, oh, if you answer this right, you get to eat. If you don't, you gotta die.
Got the clamps hooked to his balls.
Yeah, what's
Get
the?
this question right.
Oh man, I'm trying to think of another one. I don't want a depressing one. I want a funny one because there's too many depressing.
What about the
moments.
lock?
The whole thing?
Yeah.
Are you looking forward to that?
I was until I saw in the silhouettes that he's actually really small.
Oh yeah, that's
So-
another question. Are they gonna? Do you think?
Yeah, I
well,
think,
maybe
I
they'll
think
surprise us.
he's gonna default be small. I think. It's not gonna make him like really tall and. I don't know. He wasn't that tall and threatening, but he was really threatening. Who's
He
the
was-
other guy? The other guy with Surface. He was the tall one, but he actually looks quite small as well in the.
Oh, that's
original
another.
shot.
Okay, if I had to bring up another one, it's him. It's specifically when he's like, I turned Surface into this girl I like to have my way with her, and then it turned out I didn't like her because she's a huge bitch. Like, okay, would it just him interacting with his stan when he's Josuke, just like, Oh no! Oh, after you're done giving your moments, I have to bring something up about, I believe, the Taiwanese job that they did for part 4. There was something specific that I just thought of now that we're talking about this, and it's really funny. So, yeah.
Toshikazu, that's his name.
Yeah,
I always called him
just him.
Surface Guy.
I guess just him interacting with Surface. You know, just it's really stupid. So what about you, Shaun? What are you looking forward to in season 1?
Oh, you stole 2 of my things.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Although I want to see Akira, not just for the guitar scene, but just in general, because I'm not sure who they got for the voice actor for him, because they haven't gone into that detail yet. But if they've got the same guy
From ASB,
because that guy's amazing.
Yeah, he was really good.
But if they've got a different guy, I'll be interested to see what he's like. I just want to see him lay down the solo. Plus, like his first encounter, he was quite fucking brutal. Because you don't see him, you just hear him through Chili Pepper.
Oh, you mean up on the window, right?
As he murders Okuyasu's brother.
Just like, Okuyasu, you were nothing but a hindrance or a nuisance or whatever. And then he just electrocutes him. Like, Jesus Christ.
That's how you want to see, though. I want to see him, but at the same time, I don't want to see him.
Okay.
And that's Shigechi.
Oh.
I just.
Wait, do you think he's gonna show up in the first season? I mean, that's.
I think he will. I think isn't he in the.
Oh yeah, he does show up before Kira, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
And then he shows up again after.
Yeah, no, you're right, because after that is when they introduce Kira.
Yeah.
Because then, kaboom. So, yeah.
I kind of.
Oh, you're looking forward to that, huh?
But I kind of don't, because he's gonna fucking annoy me.
He's gonna have
that's his role. That's his job.
He's gonna be
shit.
a little greedy asshole. But his stand is so cool. I love it.
It is. I think if I had a chance to actually get a stand, I think I'd want something like Harvest.
Well, Harvest is small. No one can see it, and it can steal what you want. So.
I think I'd want Harvest.
You could steal from a bank, and no one would know. I think.
That'd be practical. Well, even when you could just send it around to like pick up just like things that have been dropped.
So something I noticed about Harvest's design, by the way, it's like completely made out of coins, almost.
Yeah.
It's like, huh?
Which must be weird because you've got the little statue of it now. So
yeah, that's why I was looking at it. I'm like, huh? Just looks like a bunch of yen coins slapped together. I guess that would make sense.
So that, and I want to see Yukaku as well.
Oh yes. She looked good in the one shot, by the way.
Is there? Because I'm not 100% familiar with when the Echoes Act 2 happens, but is that before? Will that be covered in part 1 or would that be in part 2?
I think Act 2 is before Kira. I'm pretty sure. Or was that during Sheer Heart Attack?
No, it had to have been.
That's free,
yeah. I think 2 is during the fight with
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
No, isn't it Yukako?
Oh yeah, Yukako. That's when he evolves it.
Yeah, and then he's able to place the sounds on things.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool. Plus, are we gonna get like for Act 3 Echoes? Are we gonna get the full off like ghetto voice?
Oh man, that's a good question.
The full gangster voice.
Holy shit! Kill that hoe. Biatch.
If they've got like an actual English actor to do that, I would love it.
Nah, I'm done protecting. Mission fucking accomplished. God damn it. Oh, Echoes. He got such a potty mouth, but I love him.
He's the best. Especially as he started off as a fucking egg.
Yeah, right? For one of the most useful stands in part 4, too.
Mm-hmm. But yeah. looking forward to the whole thing basically. But those will be my picks.
That's nice.
If any of you guys listening have any like certain picks that you're looking forward to, please let us know in the comments, because they're probably stuff that I've actually forgot about and I'll be really hyped for. So yeah,
Tonio, that's the one everyone else is looking forward to.
Oh yeah.
They're looking forward to that. The spaghetti. Punch the spaghetti.
Yeah, the spaghetti punch is because it's going to fulfill everyone's meme craves.
But then remember, Okuyasu's guts literally explode out of his stomach, so...
Oh, man. So, there's going to be so many memes.
I really thought Josuke and Okuyasu were going to die.
Yeah.
Like, I thought that was a brick. He was going to hit him with a brick.
That's a really great chapter.
Holy shit, that was like, wow, that's what a turn. And Tonio's restaurant is right next to a cemetery, so...
And it's what it did to his face as well. Like he's like when he's when he's got the soap in the kitchen, he's got that really fucking he's got that really eerie face. The menacing face even.
And he only seats like 2 people in his restaurant or something.
How does he make any money?
He came from Italy to Japan somehow.
What's his story? Where's his novel?
He was in the Rohan side story.
Well, I want a novel about him, about his story.
You'll never know more about Pearl Jam, ever.
I want to know.
So, the thing I wanted to mention about the Taiwanese localization, when they were bringing Part 4 out in Taiwan, as my friend has told me, they had a picture of Josuke on like a poster or something. But it wasn't just a picture of Josuke. They didn't know that that was Surface. So when they were putting it out, that's what they put out. They were like, oh, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 4, and they had a picture of Surface, and they didn't know. Because the guy doing the field research or the field person or whatever just was like, okay, yeah, this is Josuke.
Wow.
They took the actual panel with Surface too.
Done goofed, Taiwan.
That's hilarious.
Done goofed.
Done goofed.
Okay. Do you want to move on?
Oh, I just want to make a note. No one cares about your Dwang jokes. Okay. I'm done, please. Dwang was never a joke. It's got funny moments. Just move on. I know people are gonna be like, oh, well, Jeff's just being a little baby. No, just, guys. Come on. It's not gonna matter what I say. Of course, people are just gonna keep doing it more. It's gonna intensify, actually, as soon as Part 4 starts.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
It's just gonna become more. And there's already people set to change the subs to be Dwang subs for Part 4.
Yeah, there's already like a dedicated group.
I don't know why you'd want that. We only read Dwang because we didn't have a choice. Like,
we're all past that point, except for Joe.
Oh yeah,
color Dwang.
We're gonna call him out now. He's doing the colored Dwang. He said so. It's been 2 years since an update.
Oh god, I thought the color team were bad.
Yeah. Yeah, those assholes. But this is a bigger asshole, so...
Get on that.
Just throwing what the kids say, throwing shade on Joe.
We love Joe, though.
Better get on those.
We'll get him back when he's done a few chapters. We'll have him back on.
Yeah, as soon as he does the chapter, oh my god. He's never going to be on the show.
Okay, should we move on?
What would we move on to, Shaun?
We're moving on to the hypest shit of all fucking time. Now we're moving on to a little segment I call... Actually, I haven't got a name for it, but it's a little segment where, Jeff, we're going to put your mind to the test. Your mind has never been stretched this far in your entire life up to this point.
That's a frightening
Okay.
concept.
So, what if I laid down for you a scenario?
Okay.
And for all you guys listening as well. Okay, so we have a battle taking place.
Ooh.
A battle between two strong opponents. Both of them gifted with a certain ability in the halting of time. Two opponents that have survived through countless battles because of their wits and planning. So in the one corner, we have Dio. This is part 3 Dio.
Okay.
This is end of part 3 Dio. This is Dio. He's got his big old hand. He's put it into Joseph. He's got that blood out of him. And now he's got the big mullet. He's rocking the lipstick. He's also rocking 10 seconds of stop time. Okay?
Yeah.
In the right corner, we've got Zach Morris from Saved by the Bell. You can put it in any period Zach Morris. Could be young Zach Morris. We're going to go with mid-range Zach Morris. So he's like mid-range. Still into Kelly Kapowski. He's wearing his big blazer. And as we all know, Zach Morris possesses an infinite amount of time stop. He can stop time. As soon as he says time out and puts his hand in the form of a T, he can stop time for any amount of time to form a plan.
Oh, man.
But who would win in a fight between the two?
Can Zach see stands?
Zach cannot see stands. But and it's taking place during the same kind of time that the Jotaro Dio fight was in. So it's kind of like around midnight to 1 a.m. But Zach Morris is aware of what Dio is. He's read the manga.
Oh, okay.
So he knows about stands, but he can't see them. Who would win in a fight between these two?
Oh, jeez, this is tough. On one hand, Dio's got his banana outfit. On the other, Zach's got the best blonde hair.
He has.
And those dreamy eyes.
Dio could fall for this man.
He could. I think Zach would win on charisma alone.
Okay, but what would be the finishing blow here? Because like Zach, although Zach can stop time and he can just walk circles around him, he can't really physically hurt Dio.
Oh, that's why he brought the vampire killer guns.
So he stops time, goes to get the guns from Principal Belding.
Yeah, he's in the audience.
Returns and then takes him out.
Yeah, I mean he can stop time for as long as he wants. So
he can. He has a scary ability. And no one ever questions it. He just never abused it in the show that much. He only used it to stop like.
What if he like pulled the principal's pants down while doing stuff?
No, because then Belding's stand would activate. Because you know he's got a stand.
And then like he put a thumbtack on the teacher's chair.
That's what happened. He sat down, but his stand absorbed the tack. His stand is just a giant ass. An invincible ass.
Holy shit, this is going somewhere.
That's why they called him Big Belding.
So yeah, Zach would win.
Zach would win.
Because he has the vampire killer gun.
But where did he get the vampire killer gun? And where did Belding get the vampire killer gun? I'm questioning your logic here in this perfectly logical battle.
Where did he get the gun? The weaponsmiths made it for him.
Weaponsmiths? What? The ones that live in Bayside?
Yeah, he knows the black market like the back of his hand.
Is the black market next to the Max, the cafe?
It's right. Yeah, it's right next to it. He went around to the alley.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got them. Come back.
They were like, here, just in case you ever run into a vampire who could stop time and forgot he's a vampire. There you go.
Sorted. Okay, that's plausible.
Makes as much sense as anything else.
I want it written down. I want it noted that Zach Morris would win that encounter, and he is the superior time stabber
Yep.
of the two.
All he just needs to say timeout. He doesn't even need to say it loud.
Yeah.
He just makes a
He hasn't
T.
even got to shout it.
Yeah.
Like fucking Dio with his fucking dubstep shouts. He hasn't got to do that.
No, he doesn't. Doesn't need to know. Doesn't need to do any time stop farts.
Okay. I'll take that. I'll put it in the record books.
So this is a question for you, the audience, the people listening to us. Who would win in a fight? Thomas Diesel with his stand. Meta Hammer. Versus Jotaro Kujo with his stand, Star Platinum The World.
Oh wow. Oh, so he's got the. Is this the what part is this for Jotaro?
Part 4.
Part 4. Okay.
Thing is, Diesel seems to be in like his 30 to 40s.
And Meta Hammer seems to be invincible from the first moment he got him.
Meta Hammer just murders, so.
But Star Platinum's a Pop Tart.
So. Star Platinum, Jotaro are gonna have to worry about that Seal of the Dragon.
Yeah.
Don't know what that does, but Meta Hammer. Can't say it without
Meta Hammer's
laughing.
called Meta Hammer, so that's already a plus.
I'm not entirely sure why Diesel named it Meta Hammer, but
Tom Diesel doesn't play by the rules.
Thomas Diesel. And besides, Thomas Diesel is 256 pounds of American muscle.
Yes.
What is Jotaro? Some smelly Japanese guy.
Skinny, smelly. I've wore the same coat for 10 years. Kujo.
So yes, definitely.
That's down to you, though.
Yeah, that's the real question to you, the audience.
I hope none of you answer it.
I hope someone does. Someone's just like, I read over Diesel quite a few times, and I had to reread part 4, but I believe that this person would win because of this.
After analyzing Meta Hammer stats, I seem to.
After analyzing everything, Jotaro would simply stop time and hit Thomas Diesel over the head with a fire extinguisher.
His one weakness, as shown in panel 5. Where... Okay, I heavily await that response if anyone ever does that.
Someone does, please email us at the Facebook page.
And then the winner of that fights Zach Morris. Will anyone ever stop Zach Morris and his unstoppable bloodlust?
Just remember, Zach Morris is a vampire killer gun, so.
Yes. Screech made in the guns.
What made you think of Zach Morris?
I found a clip on YouTube of him stopping time, and I was like, whoa. Where can he just do this forever? And apparently he can. Anyway, that's another story for another day. Saved by the Bell, guys. It's a good series. You should check it out. Probably not the college years. Diesel. It's a good series. Just check it out. Take like a minute to read. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. It's alright. Check it if you want to.
Yeah, whatever. I guess with JoJo's.
The Walking Dead. Now that is a show.
The Wolf Among Us is a comic and video game series.
Yeah. Gordon Ramsay's a chef.
Batman has a video game series. Arkham Asylum is pretty good.
Does.
Arkham series. Oh, Street Fighter 5 came out. So go play that.
Please don't rage quit. Please don't rage quit this podcast because we're about to end it. Right now.
Yeah.
So, as always, thanks for listening to us ramble on for like quite a while, although it's quite a bit shorter than our usual ones. If you did like this, don't forget to check out our Facebook page, which is Radio JOJO Podcast. If you just put it in the top, you'll find us. We've got a cool logo.
Don't worry, we're right around the corner.
And shout outs to our boy Eric for doing the new art, as you can see.
Yes, it's very lovely, and I love the little in jokes on it.
Yeah, if you can see them.
Yeah.
They're beautiful.
If you could somehow guess them, I'll be impressed.
I'll be impressed. Unless you're Eric, you don't guess them. Like,
because, I mean, in order to get the one thing, you'd have to know what I said to Eric. What Shaun told me, and then I told Eric.
And I didn't even know that. And I said the fucking thing.
Yeah.
So, good luck with that. Is there anything else to add? Subscribe, please. We need more subscribers.
Yeah, subscribe. Do it.
If we get 200, Jeff will sacrifice a small goat.
No, I'm gonna sacrifice a small gorilla.
Ah, a small gorilla. Okay. You did know a small gorilla is probably the size of a normal human.
That's alright, I have a gun.
Oh, okay. That's the easy way out. So, catch us for next episode, which will... Don't know when it's going to be, but it'll probably feature Eric, and it'll probably feature OVAs and small gorillas. See you guys.
See ya.
Bye.